and welcome to my channel, Distinctive Crochet. My name is Priscilla, and I'd like to thank all my new subscribers for coming to check me out, and all my returning subscribers for spending some time with me. Alright everyone, so I'm just wearing my web of chains, and I do have a tutorial for this on my channel, so I will definitely link that down below in case you were interested. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and slide in so we can get into what I have for you today. Alright, here we go. Alright everyone, so I know you want to see what's in my bag, but I just got through filming this video, so I'm actually editing this. It's in the beginning of the video. And that video is kind of long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a good place to break this up, and I'm going to go ahead and break it into 2 parts. Alright, so that way you guys won't be sitting here too long, and that way I don't have to double up that time in the editing. And not to mention, this video is coming to you guys a little bit later than I had intended. Alright, so yes, enjoy part 1 of this what's in my bag video, and I will be right back tomorrow with the part 2. Alright everyone, please enjoy, and remember, a thumbs up if you don't mind. Alright, thanks again. Alright, and I'm back. So today I just wanted to share with you what I have in this bag. So last year I wanted to sell my crochet, and I wasn't sure how, when, or where, but I wanted to be ready for when all that was worked out, so I figured I better go ahead and start making. So that's what I did. I just started making hats, and some are scarves, and I think some are cows, but I can't really remember what's in here, so I thought we would go ahead and look at it together. So as of now, I still don't have any way to sell my crochet, so I'm not selling any of these at the moment, but I did just want to share with you guys what I made. So let's get in. Alright, so this first one is a knit hat, and I had bought a whole bunch of Walmart yarn that was on clearance. I think it was a couple years ago, and so I had a lot of one skeins in there, and then some of them I didn't even know what they were because they didn't have a ball band. So I just started using those up to make the hats and scarf sets. And this, I can't remember what it was. I think it was it a Burnett Pop, or it was something like that, some kind of cake yarn. So I'm not really sure, but it's like a dark purple on one side and then a lighter purple on the other side, and with a little pom-pom on top, and I like brushed out the pom-pom so it wouldn't be you know, the thicker chunk pieces of yarn. And I did double up the strand to give it the different color variety of it. I like the idea of this hat because this is a knit hat. This is a garter stitch knit hat, and I knit it flat and then I seamed it up. So my seam isn't really that good, but I knit it flat, just back and forth in rows, the knit stitch, and then I seamed it up and stitched the top, and then put a pom-pom on top. But it came out really thick, so I definitely wouldn't sell this one. I would probably just donate it or something. But I do like the idea of it. I think I would just have to figure out something so that it wouldn't be so thick at the top. But it seems like it would be a warm hat anyway. So that is that. And then I have, oops, and I don't even have all the ends woven in. And then I just did like a little scarf to go with it. And it's just in that garter stitch. And then it has some of the dark and the light. So I really liked how holding that 2 strands together gave it all that color. So that is that set. And then I had, this was one of the mainstays yarn, and it's the variegated. And I believe I held it with a variegated yarn, and then I doubled it up with just a solid color. So that's how this scarf came out. And I still don't have my ends. But this would definitely be like a little kid set because it's very small. And so I have the same kind of idea for this hat too. It's just a but this one hat is really, really small. But it does have a little bit of stretch. So it's that doubled up yarn again, and then just a garter stitch with the seam up the back. This seam looks a little bit better than the other one. And that's how I close up the top, but I didn't put a pom-pom up here. I'm not sure if I ran out of yarn or if I just didn't feel up to it. So that is another set. And then this one, I was just making up something. Sorry about the ends, everyone. So I just made up something. This is like, it was knit in a round on some circular needles, and then I did like a little striping in the garter stitch. So I would knit all of this, and then I would knit a row and then go around and purl a row. And then that's how you get the garter stitch when you're working in the round. So I did that for some texture. I've seen hats like this before, like people shop, like this is one of my inspirations from like just looking at what people are wearing. So when I was out, I would see a lot of people with hats sort of that look like this. So I just tried to see how did they get that texture, and this is what I had came up with. So I thought it turned out okay. And this is a nice size hat. This would definitely fit an adult for sure. So this is a hat made out of, this is some what is that, homespun. This is a knit hat in the homespun, and it's just I can't remember. I think this is a stripe. I'm not sure the color, but I know they had it on sale for like $1 a skein. I try to stock up when Lion Brand has those sales, and so I had made a big project out of this, and then I just had a little bit left, so I made a hat. So that is that. And then I have this is, I can't remember, this yarn actually I had bought at the Goodwill because I was watching somebody's video a long time ago. I can't remember who it was, and they said they bought some yarn from the Goodwill. I was like, you could get yarn at the Goodwill? So I was like, I have to go find out what my Goodwill had. And they had, I think it was like 2 or 3 bags of this kind of yarn, and it was like 3 balls in a bag for $3.99. So I thought it was okay. It was like a little bit more than $1 a skein. So this is what I came up with. I think this is the rice stitch. It looks like it's done in back post, front post. I'm not familiar with how you do that. I would have to find out. But I think it's just the back post, front post, and then it looks like you switch it up. That's what it looks like. It looks like you switch it up. So if you just did a front post on that stitch, the next round you back post that stitch. So that's what it looks like. And then I like to, since I know how to knit now, I like to do the knit ribbing because it stretches, so it'll fit more sizes. And I do like the look of it as well. And then I just crochet the top to make it go faster. So that is that one. And I'm still not really great at making shawls, and I still haven't really made any, but I had noticed that like a lot of people will wear their shawls like scarves. So I have been trying to come up with like a pattern for like a scarf, but kind of it looked like a shawl, but it's not, it's just a scarf. So I came up with this, and it's a little bit small. I think I ran out of yarn, but I think it came out okay. It's kind of cute. So that's my little triangle thing. And then I have, this is some more of that yarn I had gotten from the Goodwill. And then I just did, I picked a pattern stitch. I don't know if y'all can see it. Oh yeah, y'all can see that a little bit better. So I just picked a pattern stitch and then I knit the brim. I like a 2x2 rib on the brim. So I really like the colors in these. These do contain wool in it, so I would, you know, I would definitely have to let someone know about that. But I really like those colors. And then this is just a cowl that I came up with. Let me see if I can put this on. Ugh. So I just oops. So I just like match the same stitch and then knit on either side on the top and then on the bottom the 2x2 ribbing. Ooh, that is hot. So let me see. Yeah, it's got that same kind of stitch on there. Okay, so let me see. Now this hat right here, I had seen a lot of people making this hat, and I can't remember what tutorial it's from. I don't even know if it was a tutorial or if it was a link to a website. It was a while ago. But this hat is pretty. I like this. So, and then I did knit the brim, but I didn't go that many rows. And I believe this was a Red Heart Stripes yarn. They had like one skein of this, and then I had a solid color that kind of matched. So I made a scarf to go with it, and then I did that same pattern stitch on the scarf. And then I had just a little bit of the stripe yarn left, so I put that part in the middle. And then it's the solid color on either end for the scarf. Let me just show it like this. So you got the solid, and then I did the front post, back post ribbing on the end of the scarf for all that texture. I really like this set. I would like to keep this for myself because this is my colors. I'll keep it for myself. I don't know. It depends because my coat does not match this. And I might show you that in another video. Maybe. So let me see. This one, I think I made this scarf first, and that's why I was like, ooh, I like how this came out because it's really stretchy. It looks like ribbing, but it's not. It's the garter stitch. But like if you're wearing it around your neck like that, it kind of looks like ribbing. But it's so simple to do the garter stitch because you're just knitting, you know, every row. So there's that scarf. Sorry about the ends. And I was figuring I would just like sew them up as soon as I found out if I was actually going to sell them because I didn't see it necessary if I wasn't do all that work. But let me see. Yes, this is a hat that I did. It's called, I just had the name of it and I lost it. I forget what this stitch pattern is, but it's one of those. It's kind of like the rice pattern for the crochet, like how you do a front post and then on the next row you back post that stitch. This is like you knit the stitch and on the next row you purl that stitch. So I can't remember what the name of it is, but it does give it a really nice texture to it. And then for the brim, I just knitted. It looks like it's just knit stitches, so it makes it roll Like if you're knitting, you'll notice your edges will roll and curl up, but some people like have that as a design feature in patterns. This is not a pattern. I just did that. I just figured it out on my own. I just used the stitch pattern to make the hat, and then I just knitted it for the roll brim. But if you don't want your knitting to roll, then you have to do either like a garter stitch or some kind of ribbing on the bottom of it, and then it won't roll. But if you're just knitting, it'll roll. So that is that one, and it does have a nice stretch to it, and it's pretty thick. Oh, the stack is getting big over here. It's about to tip over. Okay. All right, everyone. So thank you again so much for tuning in to part 1 of this What's in My Bag video showing all these hats and scarf sets that I made. And please remember to give this video a thumbs up and come on back tomorrow for part 2, where I will finish the video off and show you my favorite, because that's where the favorite is. It's in the last part of the video, okay? So you don't want to miss that. I think it's a really pretty set. All right, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.